Hello, everyone. Welcome back. This is the HIGH-5 podcast, HIGH-5 After Dark. I am your host, Malcolm from Malcolm&Mary, and today we're going to be diving into some of the best treats currently on the shelf at HIGH-5. We also have some dessert devs coming in as well. They'll be back sooner rather than later. But anyways, to get us started, I'm going to introduce our cast. Thank you all for so much for coming out and partying with us as always. We're going to start to my right-hand side, Brogress. How are you, my friend? What do we have you sampling today on our podcast?
Doing good. Got some Dewey.
Awesome. Okay.
A little bit newer to the market. They're a small batch company, pesticide-free from Pullman, Washington. It's kind of hard to see in the camera, I think, but on the sides, they list the crosses, which are original glue number 4 and do-si-do. And they also list the terpenes, terephthalene, myrcene, and limonene.
Nice.
Can you
okay.
say the name of that strain?
Honeycomb.
Honeycomb. Okay. Okay.
Honeycomb's
nice.
big. Yeah.
Whoop, whoop. Yeah.
They're not small. No.
I
I think
love
we're
that.
the only
Big
ones old
taste.
enough to know that reference.
I love it. Okay. And then as you open that right away, was that smell like honey right away? What do you get from that?
A little sweet, kind of on the little like gassy, diesel-y from the Gorilla Glue side of it, or original glue, I should say.
Okay. Is there anything honey jumping out at you? Would you smell this and be like, yeah, I get why they named it honey?
Maybe a little bit from the, the fruitiness of the do-si-do.
I don't want to hear a little bit. With a name like honeycomb, it better smell like honey.
I get more of the Gorilla Glue than I do honey.
Okay. Fair enough. And of course, we'll grind that up. We'll see if it breaks those glands and bring out those essential oils as well. Let me know what you think, Brogress. Miss Wendy, what do we have you enjoying today? We've got a dessert dab on the podcast.
Yes, the white pears dessert dab.
Okay.
And it is a very pale color, which I like my dabs to be lighter in color usually.
Okay.
So I am just about to put that in my dab rig.
Nice. Okay.
And light it up. I will say that the smell on it, it's another very pine smelling dab.
Okay.
Very heavy on the pine smell.
No other smell.
Do you get any pears?
I will say there is a faint fruit smell to it. It's very, very tertiary though.
Okay. Granted. Okay. Deal. Okay. And the texture on that white pear from Dessert Dabs, is this one more saucy? Is it more of that crystal texture? What are you thinking?
It's a little more crystally. It's a little more solid, but still pretty fairly terpy.
Okay. Fairly terpy. All right. And that white pear got rave reviews. So and we've featured that as well in here as well. So I'm excited. We've got a nice little scoop there on her dab tool. Okay, Miss Wendy, I'll check back in with you to see how that tastes. I didn't even start smoking yet. I'm already stumbling. Okay, and then Mr. Hobbs, what do we have you enjoying today on the podcast?
I got the breath mints from Freddie.s Fuego.
Nice. Okay, how does that smell so far?
So far, honestly, it reminds me a lot of kind of like gardening in the summer, like a little bit fruity, but still a lot more, not necessarily piney. I don't want to be as bland as just going with earthy, but it's got like a fruit bush smell.
Totally.
Fruit bush.
I love it.
Are there any diesel notes stemming from that? Are there any skunk notes? Is it just sweet and earthy?
Oh, I like one.
Not. I'd say so, honestly.
Okay.
Not as minty as the name might suggest, I suppose.
Right. And the breath is stemming from a hog's breath. in the lineage, do you get
Can you
any
move,
hog's
Malcolm?
breath? Do you get any like kind of like not mildew, but that kind of onset? That's what a breath strain represents.
Hmm.
Do you get like a puppy breath or like a hog's breath?
I don't know, actually.
That's a hard
It's still,
one to
it
kind of-
honestly seems pretty sweet to me.
fairly sweet. Okay, tight, super cool. And
Aw,
what
kitty.
hogs, they have that one. They have that one coming in at a as an indica dominant hybrid, correct?
Hmm.
Nice. Okay. As you break that up, what are you gonna dive into first? Are you gonna put it in a bowl? Are you gonna put it in? Are you gonna roll it?
Probably just float it into a pipe.
Okay.
Because what I've been doing so far today, because I've been trying to find just a steady indica to stick by and ride for, you know?
Gotcha.
So I spent the last few hours going through my whole sativa collection, just trying to get as uppity as possible because I want to find an indica that I can reset with, you know?
Ah,
Right.
so you're gonna see if that can
Clear the
counteract.
palate.
Oh,
Mhm.
that kind of uppity.
Totally. Okay. Hell yeah. All right. And then Z, we got you
Yeah.
down there in the middle row. Jay, what do they got
Yeah.
you enjoying tonight, Jay?
I'm having a chicken pot. Oh wait, no.
Chicken
I got
parm.
the chicken parm flavored weed from Dog House. No, this is actually Dog Walker.
basically.
It's been a quick minute since I've had this one, but I really liked it the couple of years ago that I had it from Dog House. I don't know why it's been so long.
Yeah, super consistent. What's that smell like?
Smells like sweet citrus, a little bit of musk, maybe.
Okay. But you're getting some citrus. You're getting lemon, you're getting tangerine.
I'm getting a lot of citrus out of it. Yeah, kind of lemony.
Lemony. Okay. Okay. And now Dog Walker.
It's not chicken parm.
Dog Walker
Dog Walker.
definitely. Dog Walker's definitely a little bit more of a heavier indica for sure. Something
Yep.
that sits me down. Usually
That's
it's
how I like
very, usually it's very
tingly.
diesel forward. That one's not diesel forward.
No, it's really citrusy.
Okay, you don't get any diesel.
No, not really.
I can't wait to see your high. Okay, definitely.
And it's got
got
good
a good
moisture.
texture.
Yep, good texture.
You go play
Okay.
games.
It's
Are you,
always
putting
worth it.
that, are you gonna put that in the
What?
glass?
Nah, grind and put in my pipe just as
Nice.
usual. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Ground it up and put it in the pipe. Deal. All right, and then we got the lovely pipe. That pipe is gorgeous.
Where did I get this? High-5
Yep.
Supply.
High five supply.
Da-da-da, da-da-da.
I was asking if I might get it wrong, 'cause I'm pretty sure I don't know. I mean,
Okay, and then next we're moving on to Miss Street Fighter. Miss Street Fighter,
That's
what
me.
what are we enjoying today for the podcast?
I picked up some of, I've never tried it before, so I'm actually kind of excited. I picked up some of the Rocket Dabs tonight, and I picked up their Miracle Alien cookies.
Gotcha. Nice. Okay, the Miracle Alien cookies. And then from Rocket, what kind of texture would you say that is, Miss Caitlin?
I picked out one that was a little bit more saucier just because I like something that's a little bit more saucier. But it's soft. It's like a sugar wax live resin consistency, easy to work with. Kind of reminds me of like a wet sand texture consistency.
Nice.
Malcolm
Okay.
the cat looks like he's gearing up for his dab.
You know, he probably is.
Malcolm is always ready for a dab.
No, you're not. Why lie?
No, I said Malcolm.
Yeah, you. I know you're talking. I mean, I know you're talking about my
I'm
cat.
talking about my cat, Malcolm.
Your cat? Oh, he's your cat now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And are you getting a smell off of that Rocket Dab at all, Caitlin?
It's super like going off what Logan said earlier, it definitely reminds me of like some yard work. It's definitely got that earthy, like greeny smell to it. Definitely carries some, I feel like, cushiness. But it's got a nice little like gas pizzazz at the end of it. Tingles my
Okay.
nose, so I kind of like that. but no sweet, no fruity, no nothing notes of that. So this is going to be completely new for your girl.
Nice. Okay, super cool. Definitely out of your realm of comfort zone, and I enjoy that. I can't wait to see how that affects you. And let me know if that flavor translates as well. Today I'm gonna dive in. I'm actually gonna switch it up last minute.
Wow, why are you getting feisty?
We've got the Fireline Skunk GMO today. Really excited to try this. They're labeling it as a sativa dominant hybrid on our shelves. I haven't tried this one yet. Forgot I had it. So we're gonna go ahead and open this bad boy up and get a smell on it. First things first, as I open it right away, it's a little potato-y for sure. Not as tangerine or citrus forward at all. I could see where the skunk kind of comes in. It's like maybe 15-20% cheesy, not too cheesy though. The nugs themselves look really nice. They've got a really nice sage green kind of vibe to them. It kind of reminds me of Blue Dream. They've grown very well and they don't seem dry at all, which is awesome. I don't think they'll fall apart. This is also like a huge gram. This is such a big gram from Fireline. They did a good job. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate that. Shout out to Fireline Cannabis. If you haven't tried them, definitely get out there and do so. A farm in the middle tier, cranking out some really nice products so far. So I'm going to see if this one follows suit. I'm in the mood to smoke out of my glass, so I'm not going to be rolling this one. And I think that this should bode well. As I'm looking at the flower, sometimes if it's a little bit scraggly, I'll be like, you know what, let's put it in the bong anyway.
Oh.
But today I just feel like really, I've been missing my glass. I've been smoking a lot of joints and I'm missing my glass. So I'm like, okay, we're going to go ahead and grind this little baby up. We've got our sharper grinder, which you can also find at HIGH-5 Supply. Nice little lovely guy. Wendy, let me tell you something. I enjoy this grinder because when your grinder starts getting stuck, the ridges allow you to like clamp onto the chamber that's giving you issues and release it. As opposed to there being no ridges, like a cylinder, like you see how there's like kind of like a cone stacked on top of each other with these ridges. I can independently grab each one that I need to, you know, get a hold of and release it. If it's all one cylinder and it gets stuck, you can't really separate, you can't really get a good grip, enough of a good grip for the part that's bothering you.
Have you tried that grinder grease yet?
Yes, I have tried that grinder grease, and I have this grinder grease right here as well. Another item which y'all can all find at HIGH-5 Supply. The grinder grease literally looks like a little chopstick. It's got little wheels on it as well. Help lube you up. Help lube up your experience. Anybody wants to lube up their experience. Definitely worth it. And it's funny, I had a grinder.
How does one apply that?
Yes. So
right around the outer edge
yes.
of the male part of the lip.
Right.
Okay.
So as this would be the male part of the lip. This is going inside of this little girl. So we've got the male part going up into the female part in this instance. You know what I mean? And then you would just take it and go, you know, chapstick it up around the outside. It actually works really, really, really well. And they say they recommend using it once a week. Honestly, you could use this like once every 2 weeks. You don't even like it. It really doesn't need
As
to be
needed.
Yeah, as needed, genuinely. So you're not wasting it. You know what I mean? Because my grinders
completely restored my 5-year-old grinder.
Yep.
Wow.
This thing is old and grimy on the inside, but it spins like you can't hear it. You can't hear it
at all.
It's so easy. It glides.
Oh, you're gonna know.
Yes.
Yeah. Now I want some of that
easy.
stuff.
Yeah, and it's cheap. It's fairly cheap. Okay, but as I break this up, just before we move on the bro.
What's it smell like, Mal?
So, as I break this up, it's definitely, you know what it reminds me of? The birthday cake from Spin. It's cheesy. It's got a potato-ness to it, and it's definitely like skunky. It is skunky. It's very skunky. It's skunky with a like I said, 20% cheese and definitely like some skunk must a little bit. Now, as we recall, Malcolm King loved the birthday cake. As soon as I smelled it, I said it smelled like dog shit and feet. I literally said that. And I knew I was in for a treat. This, I believe, is going to run along those same lines as the essential oils have already let me know. So we're gonna go ahead and experience this and see what this high is like. Now, as I also write down that I enjoy that terpene profile, I'm gonna note that I smelled this terpene profile. Now, Brogress, how was that taste so far? How was that joint treating you?
Yeah.
Excuse me. Like I said before, definitely the gorilla or the original glue notes come through a little bit more, but it's still sweet from the Dosey-Do side. I would say it's like kind of creamy, so I could see where like the honeycomby kind of maybe name comes from.
Okay. Okay. Did you say the cheese? The cheese is why you can see where the honeycomb comes from?
Well, it's kind of like sweet and like creamy, but you know, maybe it's honeycomb because it's like glue crossed with Dosey-Do, so it's like something sweet and sticky.
Okay. Okay. Possibly. Okay. I could see that. Are you getting any initial onsets?
I would say it's pretty middle ground hybrid. I'm vibing in between. You know, I could go either way.
Okay, but you've only, of course, we've only been smoking for just a little bit, so it may not have creeped up on you yet. It may not have given you its entire experience. So we'll definitely keep an eye on that as well. What is something you like about it so far? Is it the flavor? Is it how smooth it is? What are you enjoying about your experience?
So far, I like everything about it. The dry, even for a gram, it was dry but not like crumbly. It had a little like sponge kickback. So, and it was, I like the flavor. Like I said, definitely on the more of the original glue side.
Okay, tight.
Grind up some more and smoke it through some glass and see how it goes.
Definitely, definitely. And then also, as you grind that up and put it in the glass, let me know if it gets a little bit more harsh or if it gets a little bit more, how should I say, smooth. Let me know which one you prefer, because the last time you did this, I remember asking you and you were saying that you enjoyed it a little bit more in the pre-roll.
Right.
I can't quite remember what it was you were trying.
Pluto from Walden.
Yes, yes. And you were like, I definitely enjoyed that more in the joint. So
yeah,
that's always a nice little note. Okay. And then Brian, that's something they've got listed, or Brogress, that's listed. What tier is that listed in, that product, Dewey?
Middle tier.
Okay. Nice. In the middle shelf. Okay. And also, as Miss, and thank you, Brogress. We're gonna jump to Miss Wendy next, but I just wanted you guys to see something. Miss Wendy, is there a certain way that you would like to light your hemp wick? Do you only light it with a lighter, or would you do something like light a candle, have the candle nearby, and then just use the hemp wick like that off of the candle?
Yeah, that's absolutely what I typically do. Because I try to be odor conscious, I have a smoke odor eliminating candle that I burn at the same time. I light my hemp wick off of that. So, but sometimes, once in a while, I don't have a candle lit, and I will light it off a lighter. It's just easier to do it. It's less hands involved to just light it off a candle.
Very much so. Very much so. And also you get in, like you said, 2-in-1. I'm covering up my, cannabis smoke to an extent. Aromatherapy is a thing. So now I'm getting aromatherapy from a candle, and as well as getting the real, medicinal value coming off of cannabis. But yeah, I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, what the heck is the point of having a hemp wick if I still have to hold a lighter in my hand? That's dumb. You know what I'm saying?
Something to wrap your hemp wick around.
Okay, this is true. This is very true. But like you said, then that's more of a project. I enjoyed this. This is very Long Island of me.
For me, the candle is part of my typical routine. It's like I sit down to smoke, I light a candle, I light some incense, I'm ready to go.
Right. As we were talking about last episode with the routines. This is definitely something I would do as my routine. I got to get a bigger candle, though.
I know where you can find some. At Hi-5 Supply.
We need a meme for that. And ASAP. Okay, now, Miss Wendy, that white pear, how are we enjoying that so far? What is it reminding us of?
So I have taken a second dab already because the first one was a little harsh. I took it a little hotter than I like, and I didn't get much effect. And like usually within 5 minutes, I'm gonna get where I'm gonna be with a dab, and I didn't get where I wanted to be. So I took another one, and I took this one much cooler, and I know now why it's called white pear, because in a low temp dab, you can absolutely taste the pear in it.
Really nice. Okay,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah,
And
and after the second dab, it's redeeming itself. I'm feeling a little better. I maybe need another couple dabs to get where I need to be.
Okay. Now, pears is a very subtle flavor. It's not in your face like strawberry or raspberry. And I think that's really cool that they were able to target something like that, reintroducing the macroterpenes. They do a great job. They truly are unique. Do you think that people are missing out if they come in looking for dessert dabs or flavorful dabs and we don't recommend doing it at a cold temperature?
I think everyone owes it to themselves to try it at least one time. I know there are people who lower temp dabs seem to make them cough more, and that's why they don't do them. But I think everyone should try it at least once because
Wendy, how does one do that?
so the way I do it, and there's various ways, all valid, but the way I do it is I have a relatively thick bottom banger here, and I put my dab in first.
Okay.
And then I heat the bottom just until it starts to bubble a little bit. Then I take the heat off, put the cap's usually already on at that point. And so basically you're heating the dab slower, taking it in at a lower temperature. Yeah. I feel like I get higher with lower temp dabs. Some people would argue with me, but I think I get higher.
Right, and we'll beat them up.
See, I feel like I get higher with hotter temp dabs than I do lower temp dabs. But see, it's completely different for everybody.
I think it's a personal thing. Yeah.
No, it's total. It's like Wendy just said. It's a total personal thing. Like I get super
people out there.
But I do take low, temp dabs, and I do get pretty high. Like I took a low temp dab, and I'm pretty stoned. But I know if I take a high temp dab off of my titanium banger right now, I would be blitzed. Like I wouldn't even be able to function. So just
fair enough.
So if you use a nectar collector, that's pretty much a high temp dab.
Depends on how hot you're getting your tip.
That's literally what I was just about to say. And it depends on if you're using a quartz tip or if you're using a titanium tip. Titanium, I don't feel like titanium holds the heat like a quartz nail does.
Yeah, I'll do titanium and then let it cool off from red hot and then use it.
Yeah, see, I'll do titanium and call me crazy, but I'll take the dab like
when it's red hot.
Shortly after. Not when it's red hot, because that will burn my throat. And I'm not trying to burn my dab. I'm more so trying to vaporize my dab. So I'll wait a couple seconds. But I'm going to take a dab off of a titanium nail here in a second so you can see.
Yeah. I very much like my dab donut from HIGH-5 Supply.
Shout out to HIGH-5 Supply and the dab donuts. Nectar collectors.
Wendy,
what's the proper term for that? The shape.
Donut.
Nice.
Donut.
Dab donut.
Okay.
I like these things because they split the vapor when it comes out, so it gives a little bit more chance to cool off.
I was just about to say the only thing that I face with nectar collectors is the smoke being so hot, or I'll get like the product caked around my lips or the inside of my mouth and my teeth. Right. And I don't like that. You
should try the donut. It blocks all of that.
We now
Okay.
have nectar collectors with built-in reclaim catches in them.
Those are dope.
Oh, wow.
Those are pretty cool.
Wow.
That is sick. That is sick. Okay, now, Caitlin, as you take that low temp dab, I'm sorry, Street Fighter, as you take that low temp dab, we'll check in with you in just a moment. But
Well, I'm not taking a low temp dab. I'm taking a high temp dab. I already took a low temp dab.
oh, okay, cool. Now, Z,
So there.
how has that high progressed so far? And remind people what it is.
It is Dogg Walker from Dogg House Cannabis.
Oh, hell
Top
yeah.
shelf.
Okay. Gotcha.
It's yeah, I'm liking it. It's stony. Definitely like feeling it in the eyes and the cheeks, and my back feels good, dude.
Oh yeah, nice.
That's
nice.
always the point.
Z, you want to know why Dogg House is great?
Why?
Because you've literally been so Boston. It's great. You're super engaged. You're loud. I love it. You know what I'm saying? You're like right involved. You know what I'm saying? You're asking questions. I love it. You know what I'm saying? So that, like I said, I'm the biggest fan. I think the work they do is so consistent, so great. Like over it in the best way. Shout out to Dogg House.
Yeah.
You can send me 50,000 of those, please. Thank you.
Me too, man. And they're local. Local to Vancouver.
They are local.
Yeah, super local. They're right in our backyard.
Yep.
So
Love the
shout out
local.
to Vancouver, Washington, and all the grows out here. Thank you guys. We appreciate you. We
We make some
appreciate you.
fire weed in this little town.
Yes. We've missed you. They've been gone for some time. So welcome
Mhm.
back. We've missed you.
Yes, we
and
did.
I'll take that.
Go
I'll
time.
take those pre-rolls back next too. Thank you.
Hell yeah, those infused
Thank you.
ones.
Yep. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, but perfect timing. We've got you. Okay, no, Z, I'm gonna ask you another question. Intensity of the high so far. Would you say it's like low, moderate, high, too powerful? What are you thinking?
No, it's a good strength. Like I've only had a couple little buds and I'm feeling good.
Nice. Okay. Okay. Would you say, okay, so ready? More sedative or relaxing?
It is. What do you think, Dow? It's probably more relaxing actually. I mean, I'm like more social than I should be usually, so.
Nice. Oh yeah. Nice. Okay. Would you recommend this after work? Would you recommend this
Yeah.
as a nighttime strain only, or could you also be relaxed and social in the daytime?
I wouldn't do it like midday, but like after work, maybe checking out a movie or just kind of, you know, chilling, having some dinner.
Nice. Okay. Okay. Is it making you hungry?
No.
Okay. Okay. I just had to poke that question real quick because you said it. But okay. Awesome. Now, Street Fighter. How was that? Thank
Amazing.
you.
If you watch her face, it's like it morphed into something different for a moment. Like she was legit possessed there for a moment.
Abs again that I feel in my chest. Definitely. Like I feel like my heart is pumping.
Remind me what it is again.
I am smoking the Miracle. Sorry, my camera's all fudged up. I'm smoking the Miracle Alien Cookies by Rocket. I think it's a 50/50 hybrid. When I took a cold start dab, I can't even talk. When I took a cold start dab, or a low temp dab in a sense, I definitely got a completely different flavor profile on it. It was sweet and creamy, kind of reminded me like cookies. So that was really nice. When I took a high temp dab just now, it tasted like mashed potatoes afterwards.
Oh,
So,
interesting.
but I don't know what it is about the high temp dabs or the hot temp dabs off of the titanium nail, but like as soon as I took that dab, I was baked. It hit me right in the knees immediately, like weak in my knees. I had to go sit on the couch. I'm posted up on the
She
couch.
surely did. She surely sat her ass down the couch.
But yeah, it's definitely like you probably shouldn't smoke this in the morning and you probably shouldn't smoke this in the afternoon unless you want to be knocked on your butt.
Okay. Okay. Deal. Okay. I like that. I like
like
that. Now, accurate as a top shelf dab.
Yeah, I would buy it again. And like I said in the past, I've never smoked Rocket. I've been pretty hesitant about it. Yeah, I would definitely buy it again.
Nice. Okay, nice. Shout out to Rocket. Yeah. Awesome
What
flower.
strain is
I'm not
that?
surprised. I'm not
The
surprised.
Miracle Alien cookies.
Nice.
I've heard such great things and great feedback on their flowers and their pre-roll. And like, yeah, crazy good feedback.
Yeah, their
And
flowers
I will
fire.
be honest, the price point that it is at in the top shelf case for flower at the shop, and then in the, you know, top shelf case as well for the pre-rolls, I was kind of hesitant at it being the price point that it is for concentrate in the case, if that makes sense. Because for example, you see Scored's concentrates in our you know, concentrate case, and our concentrate matches the same price as what, you know, an eighth or a quarter would be for their flower. And so that's literally why I've kind of always been hesitant about it, because I'm like, well, if it's, you know, cheaper, is it still gonna be as good quality? And it is.
All right, good. Nice. Heck, that's okay. Well, that's fair. And I would say big shout out to Rocket. Thank you guys for getting us some oil so we could have this experience.
Yeah, definitely.
People have been excited to see it, and it looks great. You know what I'm saying? It looks really nice as well. Great curve reveal. Good job. And then Hobbs, last but not least, how has that high progressed? What do we think? How was the flavor?
The flavor definitely turned out, I think the smell too. As soon as I had it ground up, definitely got a little bit more musky. And then on the taste, it kind of feels like I was chewing on a nice mouthful of leaves almost, which I kind of like in a way. I'm not going to complain too much about that.
Right.
But I think it met my expectations or my hopes to override the sativa.
Okay, now, would you say that, what was the strain again? Which one was that?
The breath mints.
Breath mints. Okay, now the breath mints, would you say you're more relaxed? Of course, it took you down from the sativas, but are you like relaxed in a drowsy sense? You know what I'm saying? Are you relaxed in a like, I'm probably about to, you know, continue to, you know, be lazy? Are you going to get up and go somewhere? What do you?
Oh, I'm probably, the only place I'm going after this is probably bed.
Nice. Okay, awesome. And that's a good testament to a nice heavy indica, something you can easily recommend and say, yo, I know this one's great to go to sleep.
Oh, definitely. I mean, already I get tons of people that all they want is just something to go right to sleep.
Almost every other person.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Okay, totally. All right, that's fair enough. And I will say that what farm was that one more time? Freddie.s?
Freddie.s Fuego, yeah.
Heck yeah. They've been so consistent, so awesome. I've loved everything I've tried from them, at least. And really, really working wonders. So big shout out to Freddie.s Fuego. Thank you for the Kush breath. Or Kush breath mints. Sorry, breath mints. Logan, Hobbs, would you say this is accurately placed at top tier?
Oh, I'd say so. It definitely, I mean, especially like their whole lineup right now that we have in there. I think it's all pretty well placed.
Okay, totally fair. And then thank you, Hobbs. And then last bit, we've got the skunk GMO. I am so high right now. It's so hard. It's so hard for me to even like get the words out. You know how Wendy be like, yeah, I can't get the words out. That's exactly how I feel right now. I'm so high, and I still have a bunch left in this bowl. White ashes, as you can see. Lovely, lovely high. I've hit it probably 4 times. I think it's a mixture of my neck being sore and being high at the same time, vocally, that I'm not as, you know, streamlined focused. I wrote down that it's a very happy high, but my focus isn't as streamlined. And I think where this and the birthday cake differ is the birthday cake is like 80% cheese, where this is only 20% cheese. So it is more relaxing. This is more not sedative, you know what I'm saying? It's definitely not that euphoric kind of upbeat happy that cheese is. But I wrote it with skunk, potato, diesel, and cheese, and the cheese was only 20%. I literally wrote that exactly. And this is like completely to that high for my body type. I do think that the high is very nice for after work, but like I said, I wouldn't want to be in public. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's easier for me to focus on this sample form than it is for me to be engaged in the podcast at the same exact time, which is crazy because I'm a fucking, or because I'm the host. Sorry.
Points her finger.
And I feel like I'm cursing a lot more often as well. You know what I'm saying? This strain has made me a lot more sarcastic, and I'm definitely feeling playful. But I'm lazy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not paying attention. I'm not being disciplined. I just want to say whatever Malcolm. I almost cursed again. I want to say whatever Malcolm wants. Exactly.
Mal, tell us about white ash and why we like that and what flushing is.
Yes. So white ash is a great sign of a proper flush, and a proper flush happens in the more near end life cycle of a living plant. It's when they flush it by watering it continuously for a certain amount of time. Many people flush it maybe once, 2, and 3 times. There's always a method to other people's madness.
That gets any chemicals and things out of the plant.
Yes, that pesticides, whether it's anything they've used, some people will feed their plant molasses and things like that to give it nice, sweeter nutrients and things like that. That'll help flush out everything that they've used for the most part. I'm sure there's like 10% of something that can't get flushed out, but yeah, it's a nice step to make sure that you're giving a cleaner product. For sure. And that's something that should be appreciated. And it's a very easy way to tell. You know what I mean? It's something super, boom, you can find out 2 hits. You know what I mean?
If that ash is white, you know it's good.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Or that they flushed it. It could
that they flushed it well, yes.
Right.
That it's good quality on.
Right. Could still be a little crazy. Okay. But thank you, Z. And we're at a total of we have a little wrap-up time. We got 5 minutes left. We're gonna do a quick 1 through 10, would you buy it again? Wow, I can't even do this spiel. All right, I'm gonna start with you, bro. Scale of 1 through 10, would you buy that again? And let the people know what it is.
It was the from Dewey. It was honeycomb cross of original glue and do-si-do. And what I can say about the high is I would probably do-si-do to my recliner and glue myself to it. Probably watch something nice. It's got a really nice like chill vibe, but also like focus. So I could game or maybe like watch something, or if I was wanting to get like inspiration to be creative, I could probably get up and about and maybe work on something creative too.
Nice.
I really like it.
Okay, nice.
As far as like the quality, I would say it'd be a good addition to your pesticide-free option in the middle tier.
Nice.
And
awesome.
I'd give it an all-around like 7.5. I'm really digging it.
Wow. Okay, fair, very fair. Big shout out to Dewey. Great job. And Brograss, you've been supporting Dewey for quite some time now. You're always giving this stuff a chance and giving it a shot. So
yeah, like I said, they're a newer grower to the market, and I really like their Florida Explorer, which is like it's like a mix of like 2 land races, I believe. Like
what a great name.
And Afghani, yeah.
Yeah, they win for that name. Somebody else is gonna try and rip that off. Dewey, you did it first. Just know that. All right, thank you, Brograss. Now, Miss Wendy, we move on to you. Scale of 1 through 10. Would you buy that again?
You know, it took me a little bit more than usual to get high. Excuse me. Just took the 3rd dab.
Got you.
And I don't cough until I have to talk. That's so convenient.
That's why I'm laughing. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you. We love you.
That's okay. I'm better now. Anyway, took me 3 dabs to get good and high. That being said, the flavor makes it worth it. And I probably would have taken 3 dabs anyway, just to have that flavor experience. So I don't feel like there's any loss there. I'm going to give it a solid 8.
Ooh,
Nice.
I have yet to be disappointed by the dessert dabs.
nice.
Mhm.
Fair. Okay. Yeah. And their streak continues. Big shout out to Dessert Daps. We can't wait to have you back. And we did sell out, but they shall be back shortly, hopefully sooner rather than later.
Hurry up with that, Jay. Hurry up.
Right. Epi, please. Epi, please.
Effie.
Okay. Now, Z, we're on to you. Scale of 1 through 10. Would you buy that again and let the people know what it was?
It is Dogg Walker from Dogg House. Hell yeah, I'd buy this again. I'd give it a 9.
That's high. That's high.
Yeah.
9 is high.
I got a nice tingly body buzz. My back feels good. I'm chill but still social.
Wow.
It's
Wow.
yep. I like the strain, and I love Dogg House. It's just
Yep.
good quality. Belongs where it is on the top shelf. Every time consistent.
Yep. I'd probably pay more for it.
Don't tell them that.
I mean, how isn't it in the budget tier? Thank you, Dogg House. Thank you.
Thank you, Dogg House.
Appreciate you.
I'll take 100 of those.
Right. I said 9 million.
Oh.
And then thank you, Z. Hobbs, we're on to you. Scale of 1 through 10. Would you buy that again and let the people know what it was?
So I'd say probably a good 7.5 to 8 on the Freddie.s Fuego breath mints. Definitely, yeah. Got me everything I needed for tonight.
Nice. Okay.
Not disappointed
And-
at all.
What's the
And
body
that-
feel like on that one?
Definitely very heavy in the back of the head. But I also did use a lot of that dragon balm on my shoulders and back. So I think that might be factoring in a bit here. But
Okay.
So
overall,
you're kind of in a weed cocoon.
oh yeah.
Like this. Nice. Okay. Awesome. And then Logan or Hobbs, would you buy that again?
I'd say so. Definitely it's something I really want to come back to. Test out a few more methods with it, you know.
Totally fair. Okay, fair. And then we've got Miss Street Fighter. Scale of 1 through 10. Would you buy that again?
Scale of 1 through 10. I'm shocked to say this, but I'd probably give it a 9.
Wow.
I would absolutely, definitely buy it again. I'm probably gonna buy more of their stuff now that I know what it's like.
Nice.
Very happy and euphoric, but I'm super relaxed.
As we can tell, it looks great. You look so euphoric. You do look super sedated. You know what I'm saying? You're chilling. You're doing your thing. Okay, nice. And that was the Miracle Cookies from Rocket.
Yes, it was amazing.
Sick. Okay, fantastic. All right, and then we've got me. I'm with the Skunk GMO from Firelight. So first things first. Still haven't finished this bowl. Still haven't even touched it since the last time. Scared of that. Completely done. Secondly, this is a gram. I opened a gram and smoked a gram. How is there 4 nugs in here? And I still haven't finished this. And I've been messing up all podcasts. I'm sorry. But this is like, do you understand? Like, look, got a sample form. I've been writing this whole time. There's 5 sentences. I've been writing this whole time. And I've barely written anything. This is the definition of smack. I'm smacked. I used a term like, yeah, I was smacked. I didn't get to it because I was smacked. I'm smacked. Like this, and your grams, Fireline, that's funny.
What's
That's
the name of that
very
again?
funny.
It's garlic. What?
This is the Skunk GMO from
Skunk GMO.
Fireline. And the thing is, I used 2 nugs. You know what I mean? I used 2 nugs, but it just broke up so well. It broke up so well, and it's just perfect. And that's why, like, when I looked at it, I said, Malcolm, put that in the glass. I said, don't roll that up. It'll stretch, and it did. It really did. Big shout out to Fireline. This is crazy. And the last time I got something from Fireline, it looked scraggly, and I ground it up. That was the green. What was that? Green, toxic green. It looked scraggly, and I broke it up, and it broke up into so much. I went nuts over that toxic green. You guys did it again. I mean, they're completely different vibes, but this is also very good. Stony, heavy, and smack. Not good for multitasking and functionality overall. Definitely not. But great for what it is. I would buy this again, 1,000,000,000%, just because of how well it does with class. Like, so much went a long way. There is a little tingle I'm getting in my throat, but I can't tell if that's from other variables or not. But yeah, I think that this is awesome. This is amazing. And with that being said, that wraps up our podcast for today. I want to thank everyone and all my colleagues for partying with us tonight. As always, remember to stay high and humble, and we'll see you next time.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah.
Ooh.